Hi everyone, I wanted to do another travel video. Now, I've done one of these before, but I just wanted to refresh it. I've seen a lot of videos, a lot of people traveling, and I always come across the same thing, that whenever something goes wrong during travel, a lot of people, even though they tend to be prepared in their local city or where they live, they don't tend to be prepared when they are on holiday. And I just wanted to do a refreshment video. So, I hope you're all well, and I hope wherever you travel, wherever in the world, that you remain safe. Now, having said that, in terms of, a little bit of realism, sometimes things just, unfortunately, they just go wrong, and you should really be prepared for that. Now, I know that if you're staying in a hotel, whether it's a 10-star hotel or it's a 1-star hotel, whatever, whether you have the best multi-billion-dollar insurance, to cover every accidental damage, and there's always some sort of caveat. And I always suggest that the best insurance is being prepared physically and mentally. So a couple of things that I'm going to show you. Now, it's not a thing kind of video, but it's sort of it's like the physical things and the mental preparation of how just to, have a couple of things at hand and in a certain way, so that should, God forbid, or whether you believe in God or not, whatever, bad luck forbid, or whatever, if something goes wrong, then you are able to take charge, take control, look after yourself, look after the people around you, whether you know them or not, or if you're traveling with family or friends, you are able to, be that number one, be number one or be the zero. So you want to have a positive effect on people around you. So, first of all, every night that you go to sleep, have your bag prepared. At least an hour before you are going to go to sleep, charge up all your electronics, that's your phone, your sat phone, your GPS, your laptop, whatever gadgets that you may have, whatever gadgets you need that need to be charged up by power, get them charged up. Put them in the bag, and I always recommend a backpack. The reason I recommend a backpack is because it goes in your bag. Now, I'm not trying to be condescending here, but it goes on your bag. So if this, so that leaves 180 degrees of in front of you, sort of free with your hands to be able to do everything. Whereas if you have like a side bag, then the weight distribution isn't really that good. So in an emergency, you really need the weight distribution to be behind you and evenly distributed, so that you can move forward. And that's the whole idea, to move forward. So I would recommend a backpack. I mean, if you're comfortable with something else, then that's your choice. So go with that. But I'm just making a recommendation. So have your bag prepared. Secondly, here, have your clothes neatly folded and ready to go. So in the morning, even when I'm not traveling, I have my clothes that I'm going to wear for the next morning. And that comes out of a force of habit, because I'm an idiot, and I always, when I used to go to work, before I became sort of housebound, I always used to be late. I admit that. And so I came up with little things, just, like having just the night before, having my bag prepared, sorting out the clothes that I was going to wear in the morning. So, your underwear, socks, trousers, dress, blouse, shirt, t-shirt, whatever you want to wear, have it ready to go, so that in the night, or whenever, if you wake up late, say on a work day, or if you're on holiday and you need to, there's an emergency, your clothes are ready to go, right? You're not going to run around looking for clothes, so have that prepared. Item number 3, mobility aids, or any type of aids that you might need as a disabled person. I'm disabled, so I'm sort of adding that viewpoint. Now, these are just knee pads, because my knees are damaged, so I need the knee pads. Especially when I am flying, I put them on, because someone in front of me, whether they're the nicest person or they're the most annoying person, they're going to reverse their seat back into my knees. And at that point, I will scream the aircraft, right? Because both my knees are damaged, and people are sometimes, with the best intention in the world, some people just really don't want to help you. So, I have the knee pads, I have my crutches, with me at all times. So I have my knee pads and my crutches again next to my bag, ready to go should I need them at night. In a night emergency, moving on, let's say item number 4, food, MRE. Now, meal ready to eat. When I say meal ready to eat, I'm not sort of indicating it's something that you will need a jet boil, or you'll need to make a fire, or something that you can just tear open and you can eat ready to go. That's what I mean by MRE. I don't want you to, have to set out a fire, get your jet boil out, heat up water, or anything like that. Something that you can just pick up, rip open, and get it down you, just to get some energy, just to calm down. If you're with children, if you're with elderly people, if you're with disabled people, or if you're with a partner that he or she might not be as prepared as you are, or you just need some food. You've got food there straight away. Get it open and get it administered into your body. So have some food ready to go. It could just be just one orange, or just a banana, or a packet of crisps, or anything. That's what I mean by an MRE in this situation. 2 tools. I always recommend that you have 2 primary tools with you at all times. And for me, it's just a pocket tool and a pocket flashlight. It doesn't matter what brand it is or what it is. I have my pocket torch and my pocket tool there ready to go. It's always on my bedside table. So these are now bedside table items. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say item number 6 here. Notebook, pen, and watch. Make sure your watch is correctly timed. Sometimes if you're wearing an automatic watch, or if your battery's running out, make sure your watch is telling the correct time, especially if you've gone to another time zone. Make sure it's on the right time zone, because that is very important. You might be catching a flight, you don't want to be an hour late, you just don't want to be at the wrong time. Make sure the watch is an extremely important tool. And I know a lot of people say, well, I've got a time on my iPhone and please wear a watch, whether it's a £10 Casio to a £100,000 A. Lange & Söhne a mechanical watch. Just put on a watch, okay? Have it on your wrist. It's there. The battery life is almost 5 to 10 years. Just make sure it's on the right time, okay? I always have my watch with me, and it just helps me out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Item number 7. Cash. Wherever you are, have some cash with you. Local currency. If you're not traveling, then have at least $10 just ready to grab in your pocket. If you're abroad, and whatever the local currency is of that country, have some money with you. You don't need to be rooting around or looking for it, or if it's stored away in your bag, just have a small amount of money, hand money, pocket change money in your hand, ready to go, so that it's there. Okay, you don't want to be showing people that you have money on you, just a little bit of money, just for a drink or something, just money. Okay, a map, a spare map. Why am I saying a spare map? Because a lot of people, as soon as I've seen a lot of forums which say, if you put the word spare in front of anything, cross it out and leave that item, ditch that item. Well, there's good and bad things about that, but I will explain my philosophy. A spare map. Why? Because never ever make a mark on an actual map, because if you make a mistake, that's a huge problem, and it can be a big problem to get that erased, and it can cause problems. So a spare map of the city. On that map, you can make mistakes, because it's just a spare map. So mark on that your hotel, your route to the airport, to the train station, a taxi rank, a couple of restaurants that you've been to. Mark it on there, so you have a working bird's eye view of what's going on. And it's a spare map. If you make a mistake, you can throw it away and get another one. And a lot of hotels have them free, so you can just pick one up. Or a lot of train stations have them free, so you can just pick one up. And then water. Next item, water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Item number 9, water. I keep forgetting, sorry. Always have a bottle of water with you. Whether you like not to drink water, or whether you insist on drinking Diet Coca-Cola, or whether you will only drink a certain brand of water, just have a bottle of water with you. In an emergency, water can be extremely helpful. whether it's for you, for the child with you, or for anybody with you, or for the person staying next door to you, just have a bottle of water with you. It is so helpful. And then the final item that I would recommend is a door lock. Safety. Now, safety is important for everyone. I don't want to say that it's mainly for women, but because a lot of safety options are always sort of how should I put this? They are marketed towards women. Men are just as at risk as women are, and women are just as at risk as anybody. I do agree with the fact that in certain countries, women can be seen as a soft target. Now, I apologize to any woman out there. I have sisters, and I would absolutely give my life. I just feel really angry. I would give my life to protect anyone, whether I know her or not. But I'm trying to be not being really as articulate as I hope. But all I'm saying is security of yourself, whether you're a woman or whether you're a male. The reason I got into this was men tend to be sort of, and I don't want to insult any men either. But men tend to be, well, I'm a man. I'm supposed to be strong. I'm supposed to be a macho image. Sometimes when you're in another country, there will always be someone who's harder than you. There will always be someone who's more prepared than you. If a criminal wants to get to you, because they're trying to steal from your room or from your house or something, they're going to try and get into you. Okay, they may have guns. They may have more people with them. So you might be an elite hardcore guy, but just look after yourself. It's easier, cheaper, and a lot of more peace on your mind just to make a security measure than to not. Okay, so one thing I would recommend is a door lock. Now, this is a Life Systems door lock, and I admit, dubious when I bought them. Having tried these out, I am absolutely besotted in love with these. My love for these is pretty much just as much as I have love for Sig Sauer pistols or my pens or my watches or my EDC kit. I absolutely love these, and I will do a separate video on how this works. It's made by, I think it's a British company, but I apologize if it's not. It's called Life Ventures. But this is an absolute phenomenal piece of equipment. Really, really simple. So I'll do a separate video on how this works. If I can't put a link onto it, it'll be after this video. So it will just be called Travel Lock by Life Ventures. I think I'll call it that, Travel Lock by Life Ventures. And I definitely recommend, if you can get hold of that, please put 2 of them in your bag. If your young children are traveling, give them 1 each. Make sure and just teach them how to use it. I'll do a video on that. That is a really, really good piece of equipment. And I just wish if that was made in titanium, that would be the bee's knees, seriously. So Life Ventures, if you're watching, you have made an that's like the Spork. People said the Spork wouldn't take off. Frankly, this is the Travel Lock, Spork version of the Travel Lock. Or the other way around, whatever. But yeah, seriously, Life Ventures, if you guys are watching, you guys and girls are watching, make that in titanium. That is a phenomenal piece of item, and I think I will actually write to Life Ventures as well for that. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Sorry about the ramble. I hope it made sense, and I hope it helps you. Please take the good points away from it. If I made a negative point, I didn't mean to. I just want to sort of help. That's all I want to do, and I hope it helps, and I'll see you on some more videos that I'll make soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.